Hello Word Nerds! Happy Thursday and Happy New Year! Today I wanted to talk a little bit about making yourself right. And the sun has decided to shine right into my office. Probably an omen that this was the right video topic all along. Obviously, you like writing. You wouldn't be watching our videos if you didn't, but it's not always the easiest. We all know this. Occasionally you have these ideas that are just fun to write for very long stretches of time, but those are more rare than anything else. More often, getting a good amount of writing done, writing a book, finishing it, revising it, it all is kind of just a game of showing up. If you get words on the page consistently, then you're gonna have a book. But when you factor in things like having a full-time job, or kids, or being a student, or having illnesses that you are dealing with, whether your own or someone that you are caretaking, it can all add up and writing really easily gets pushed to the wayside. Unfortunately, there's no really easy fix for this, but here's a few of my best tips for making myself write. But also if you come up with any like spells or anything that can make this easy, like let me know down in the comments. My first tip for making yourself write is finding a time that is going to be yours for writing. For me, I work full-time from home and I have a toddler, and so my schedule is really variable. But every Monday morning without fail, whatever time I am up, I have a little planning session. I look at what my week is gonna look like and I decide where I'm gonna be able to fit writing into the times in this week. I don't personally feel the need to be writing every single day right now. I more value getting bigger chunks of writing time in. I like having longer chunks of productivity where my writing is concerned, where I can just really dig in deep to it rather than just having 15 minutes a day or something like that. Your mileage may vary. You may prefer the 15-minute a day method. For me, I choose a couple days a week where I'm gonna be able to devote at least an hour or two. And for me, those days are usually in the evenings or on the weekends. Once I've set aside those days, I tell everyone in my life that those are the days that writing is going to happen. This part is really important because it's easy to just not tell anyone and then no one knows when you don't do it. But if I tell my husband or my writing friends that I'm supposed to be writing on this day, then they ask me if I wrote on that day. And I don't want the shame of having to say no. My second tip for making yourself write is have a place that you only write, if possible. Maybe you have an office in your home, or you have your own bedroom with a door that can close. I like to go to either the library nearby or to the coffee shop that's nearby. If I'm out of my house and away from the people in my house who I love but can be distracting, then I'm much more likely to get work done because I left my house for this. I put on real pants for this. Now I have to get things done. Virtual write-ins are also great for making yourself write. More and more channels are doing them now. There are so many opportunities for you to find other people who are writing online who help make it feel less solitary. Even if they can't be there holding your hand while you write the words, you can be there checking in with each other to say, yes, I did write something. If you are also a channel that does virtual write-ins, definitely let us know down in the comments. The more, the merrier. My next tip for making yourself write is to give yourself a deadline. I know for those of us who don't have agents or editors, one of the freeing things can be not having deadlines, but it can also be a little bit constricting. Like, yes, we don't have deadlines, yay, but also, no one is expecting you to finish, which means what's gonna make you finish? So I like to set deadlines for myself and write them in my planner. If planners aren't your jam, you could maybe print out just a little calendar and stick it near your bed or your desk or whatever you have that you're gonna see often. Even if it's just a little post-it note that says like, finish your book by March or something. Which leads into my next tip, which is break down your goals. Say you want to finish your book by March. What do you need to do in the meantime to get there? Is that like a 3,000 words a week deal? Being as specific as you possibly can when you are starting out the whole process of setting your goals and trying to make yourself write, making a habit of it, I find it really, really helps. Tiny objectives lead to big goals in the long run if you consistently do them. And I also find that by breaking it up into super small goals that will lead to this big thing, I'm able to better reevaluate what I need to do when things aren't working. So say I don't meet all of my goals, then I'm able to look and say, oh, well, I only didn't do these 3 small things, so how can I fit them into my goals moving forward? And you still have that freedom. You can change your goals as you need to, because, you know, whatever, but having a deadline helps. And my last tip for making yourself write is to build yourself up a writing community. This is the hardest one, but also I think the most valuable one. I said at the beginning of this video that there's no magic fix, but having writing friends is the closest that I have ever gotten to having a magic fix. Having someone who is rooting for you, who knows what you're working on and is also working on something of their own, being able to encourage each other really drives me to move forward and to keep working on my writing. A great resource that I've been looking at over the last month is WriteOnCon. It's an online writers conference that is coming up next month. But there's this one feature that they have that I'm particularly loving called the CP Match. CP stands for Critique Partner. On WriteOnCon's website, they have basically an online dating form, but for writer friends. You can fill out like what genres you write, what stage of your life you're in, what kind of writing friend you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for like a full-on beta reader, or maybe you're just looking for an encouragement buddy. You can fill all of that out, and you can also see what other people have filled out, and you can get in contact with these people and make new writing friends. And the whole thing is pretty active right now because WriteOnCon is coming up next month. They're advertising a lot. People are seeing their website a lot. So I would highly recommend checking that out and seeing if you can make any new writing friends. Again, I've put links to that in the description. Let me know down in the comments what you do to force yourself to write when you might not necessarily be feeling it. And don't forget to tune in this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for our usual live chat. It's a write-in. We're gonna be writing. A great time to make yourself write too. I cannot wait to see you all then, and until then, stay nerdy.